Automation is used to control levels, panning, effects and other parameters that we might not be able to do physically, so if you don't have enough hands or in the absence of a physical mixing desk. So you can automate any parameter of a channel, including send levels, panning and any effects on a channel strip. So in the arrange view, in the recording you've just made, clicking the arrow beside each track name displays both the mixer controls in the arrange view. So the volume control is now here, panning, send A and send B levels. It also, solo and record arm. But it also displays that track's automation data. So automation data is shown as these pink lines in the automation lanes. Now, if you've got some automation data recorded, you can find it by looking for any parameter that has this little pink square beside it. So that denotes that there is some automation data recorded for that particular parameter. So I made an EQ. I'll drop down the automation lanes for the master channel because that's what I want to look at. I made an EQ cut, so I cut the low end. Okay, so I made a slow low cut, which I then drop back in quite suddenly at the start of a bar. Now that's displayed if you're not seeing that already, or if you're not seeing the automation that you recorded already, find the parameter that you want to see, right click and choose show automation. Okay, and that will definitely show your automation there. I think, what did I have? A volume fade on the bleep melody track. So I switched over to the session view there and I can see this pink dot means that there's automation data. So that's in the bleep melody. I'll drop this down and I can see that I'm looking at the automation data for the track volume. So there's a slow fade in. Let's see. You can hear it fade in like that. So you can not only record automation data, you can also draw it. Okay, so if you want to put in a bass cut like this on the master track, you can draw it directly. So you can turn on the pencil tool and draw automation data like that. So it'll be quite neat. So now as you play it along, you'll see gain low slowly dropping by steps. Continue and then drop back in right on the beat. So you can do it with the pencil tool like that, or you can draw by creating nodes. So if you double click on a point in the automation line, you'll be able to drag those nodes around and create a smoother transition. So instead of steps down, you can have a nice smooth fade like that. So go into the, if you don't have one already, go into the master channel, right click on the gain low dial and choose show automation and draw either using the pencil or just by dragging these nodes. Draw a nice smooth low cut which will drop back in at the start of a bar. And then when you've done that, you can go back out and choose the track volume on the master channel. Show automation here. Draw a nice smooth fade out at the end of the track. So you'll need to draw 3 nodes. One for the start of the fade out, one to control the fade out, and then a third one to bring the volume back to normal. So you don't necessarily need the third one. If we were if I was affecting the volume of a track within the project, I could do that so that it'll fade out, then come back in. But in this case, since we're working with the master track and it's a fade out at the end of the track, you don't necessarily need to have that third node. So just 2 nodes, one at the start and one at the end. I'll leave it so that we fade out by the end of the track.